Hi, I am Aya. Subscribe
Once upon a
Aya
time,
Cartoons
in a
for
cozy
more
little town,
videos.
there lived a baker named Mr. Baker. He was known far and wide for his mouth-watering bread. People from all corners of the town would come to buy his bread because it was not only delicious but also made with love. But Mr. Baker wasn't just famous for his bread, he was also famous for his big heart. Every day, without fail, he would set aside some loaves of bread to give to those who were less fortunate. He believed that everyone deserved a warm meal, especially those who couldn't afford it. Now, Mr. Baker wasn't a wealthy man. In fact, he struggled to make ends meet sometimes. But he never let that stop him from helping others. He knew that even a small act of kindness could make a big difference in someone's life. One day, a terrible storm hit the town, and many people were left without food or shelter. Mr. Baker knew he had to do something to help. So, he baked extra loaves of bread and went out into the streets, offering them to those in need. His kindness didn't go unnoticed. The people of the town were touched by his generosity and decided to help him in return. They started buying even more bread from his bakery, spreading the word about his delicious treats far and wide. Before long, Mr. Baker's bakery was bustling with customers, and he no longer had to worry about financial difficulties. But he never forgot his humble beginnings or the importance of helping others. And so, the town thrived, not just because of Mr. Baker's delicious bread but because of the kindness and generosity that flowed through its streets. The moral of the story: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And when we help others, we not only make their lives better but also create a community where everyone thrives. As time passed, Mr. Baker's bakery became more than just a place to buy bread. It became a gathering spot for the community, where people would come together to share stories, laughter, and of course, delicious treats. Mr. Baker continued to give back to the community, not just with his bread but with his time and compassion. He volunteered at local shelters, taught baking classes to children, and always lent a helping hand to those in need. His acts of kindness inspired others to do the same. Soon, the entire town was buzzing with generosity. Neighbors helped neighbors, strangers became friends, and the spirit of compassion filled every corner. Years went by, and Mr. Baker grew old. His hands weren't as steady, and his back wasn't as strong, but his heart remained as kind as ever. And though he eventually passed away, his legacy lived on in the hearts of those he had touched. The town never forgot the generous baker who had taught them the true meaning of community and compassion. And every time they bit into a warm slice of bread from his bakery, they remembered the man who had given so much to make their lives a little sweeter. And so, the story of the kind baker lived on, a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can leave a lasting impact on the world around us.